Hello class, so this year we're going to take notes in the Cronell note-taking method. We're going to do this because it becomes a way, and I can teach you maybe a new way to study. And hopefully it'll help you just review every day and give you some time to review and reflect on some of the notes that we do take in class. So when creating Cronell Notes, one of the first things we do is we create this line right here. And that line should be 6 lines from the bottom. So let's go ahead and make sure we write that down. So 6 lines from the bottom. Okay, and then you're going to go ahead and draw this line right here that separates 2/3 of the page from the other third. After you're done kind of just filling out or doing the formatting, we always want to include our title. So this is the note title. And that can just be whatever my PowerPoint says, whatever we set up our notebook to be. It all just depends on the day and what we're taking notes over. So then this part right here is your note-taking column. In this area, so in our note-taking, this is what you do while you're in class with me. You basically write down your keywords and ideas, important dates, people, and places, repeated or stressed info, ideas or brainstorming that we do, diagrams or pictures, and then last but not least, if we do anything math related, you want to write down formulas. Now, I know you hear this all the time, and you'll probably hear it from me. So when you are turning in an assignment into me, I don't want text message language. And you know what that means. That's when we abbreviate things, when we use, are you going somewhere? You use the R instead of spelling out R. However, note-taking, you can use text message language. These notes are for you and for you to learn from. If you can read your text message language, which you should be able to read it, if you can't read it, then they're not going to be good notes. But if you can read it, then you should be fine. These notes are going to be for you and for studying purposes. So let's go ahead and add that. Can use text message language. Okay, we should paraphrase a lot of these things. Only write down the really important stuff and not all the articles and everything like that that may go into describing something. So notes should be short and concise. I can open up a book and read a paragraph. I don't want to have to rewrite it in the notes. You don't have to rewrite everything that's on my PowerPoint. Always just kind of think, what am I as a teacher stressing? What am I repeating often? Make sure you write down things. Hey, when I say hey, write this down, that's kind of what you write down. Those are probably going to be the things that are important when I'm testing over. So this is during class or during our note-taking time. This side is kind of our reflection time. So this is where we think of the main idea and we try to come up with key questions. So it happens after notes are taken. And the reason why we do this area right here is because let's say I'm wanting to study. And if I have key questions right here, I can cover this up and I can look at these questions and see if I can answer them. And then voila, my answers are right here. So if I wrote a question for these notes that we're doing right now, I'd say, okay, what kind of language should Cronell Notes be in? I'd have to think, and hopefully I could answer that question. And then if I answered it, I could then find my right answer. So it should be in text message language. Okay, so that's going to be a key tool for studying. And so let's go ahead and add that into our notes. Okay, so I'm going to star it because I think that's a big deal. Okay, it's such an easy way to study. So to study, cover up right side of your notes and try to answer questions. Okay, so it becomes a quick, easy way to study. We will, and you'll have to remind me sometimes because this is new this year, but we need to make sure we really try to do this. We really sit there and we think about what is being covered, what are these questions saying, so that we do have something to study off of and that we can review. So then down here, right here, this is a summary of your notes in your own words. So with a summary, you don't want to do more than 1 or 2 sentences. Should be no more than, you know what, actually 2 to 3 is better. 2 or 3 sentences. Okay, and the reason for that being is we just want to try to summarize what's happening here. And studies have shown, guys, if you actually stop after you take notes and you summarize things in your own words, that you retain things longer. Okay, so we are going to try our hardest to make sure that we do this and make sure that we take notes in this kind of format so that it gives you a tool for studying later in the year. Well, that's it. Make sure it gets glued into your notebook, and I will see you later.